I'm Sean Platt. You might recognize my name from the Invasion or Yesterday's Gone series, or maybe from Write, Publish, Repeat. But even if you've never heard of me before, that's great. Newcomers are very welcome on this big, giant new YouTube adventure that I'm taking. I've committed to showing up here every single day for the next year. And I have a long history of following through on the ambitious shit that I say I'm going to do publicly. Every story starts with a chapter 1, and this is ours. I'm a born storyteller, and I've been using stories my entire life to understand life, to build businesses, to get myself in and occasionally out of trouble for as long as I can remember. But this, despite building my entire life around telling stories in all kinds of mediums, this is something I've never done. And I'm thrilled to bring you along for the ride. Because storytelling isn't just about the writer. It's about the people who make those stories come alive. I seriously can't believe it's taken me this long to bring all of that here to YouTube. Stories have been my life's work. I built an entire story studio full of storytellers. What does that look like? Imagine a creative factory filled with more than 40 storytellers who are all bouncing ideas around faster than we can write them down. That's my world. I have shelves and shelves and shelves full of books, some of them published, some of them unpublished, and all of them that I want to share with you in one way or another. YouTube is a playground where I get to try new things, figure it all out in real time, and most importantly, put you, the audience, first. We get to go on this adventure together. And that's the best kind of story there is. This year, I'll be releasing a brand new book each month. Yes, a brand new book each month. And no, these are not AI generated. I've been stacking my creative assets for a while now, ever since it became more potentially profitable to sit on a book than put it out onto Amazon, where their algorithms were not as forgiving of originality. And they tended to lurk and stalk, see how I was. They would observe my relationships with other vendors and treat me like they were a jealous boyfriend for flirting. And I don't want to do that. I want to share my stories with you, and I don't want to be beholden to anybody in that way. Of course, our story studio has plenty of books that are written for profit and put on Amazon for profit, as do I. The less you follow the exact patterns and tropes established by the dominant genres, the harder time Amazon has selling your work. My stories typically don't follow trends so much as break molds and push boundaries. That's where I'm most comfortable as a storyteller. So now with this new YouTube strategy of showing up here for you every day, I get to do what I love most. Tell stories the way I want and share them directly with you. So I'm taking some of my favorite books and selling them directly on my site with some titles that won't even be available on Amazon. So take that. This channel is a celebration of storytelling in all of its forms. That means you'll see short stories, fake commercials, behind the scenes glimpses into my creative process, book trailers, and even songs, even though my writing partner Dave and probably a lot of you might make fun of me. It's some of the most fun I've had creating in a long, long time. So if you're a fan of sci-fi epics like Yesterday's Gone, absurd adventures like my book Unicorn Western, or gripping thrillers like White Space, the serial I wrote with Dave, the guy who makes fun of me, and will be posting here for free with new episodes each Saturday, you're in the right place. You can also grab a copy of Americana for free by clicking the link in the description below. It's like Yellowstone meets Westworld. We're kicking off the year with one of my favorite books I've ever written, or co-authored, because I don't do anything by myself. I Am John Titor it's a wonderful novel. And if you've never heard of the dude, John Titor is the internet's greatest mystery. Was he a real time traveler or the ultimate hoax? I'll be diving into that legend and showing how it inspired one of the most exciting stories I've ever had the joy of writing. This story blurs the line between myth and reality. Over the coming weeks, I'll be pulling back the curtain on his legend and showing you how it inspired one of my favorite books. Storytelling is everything. It's how we connect with each other, make sense of the world, and spark change in our lives. I strongly believe that better stories equal a better life, and see the evidence of that everywhere I look. If you understand the power of stories, you'll start to see it too. Whether I'm sharing sci-fi adventures, writing satire, or diving into the absurd, every story here is part of that mission. So here's what I need from you. Subscribe to this channel, and let's start this storytelling adventure together. You can also grab a free copy of Americana by clicking the link in the description. This year is going to be my favorite one yet, and I'm so glad you're here for it. We're going to make magic together, one story at a time. I'll see you tomorrow.